guys, good morning. This is your boy again, Adamslink. How you guys doing? Welcome back to another video. Please try as much as possible, as usual guys, to support your boy. Like this video, comment, share it on all social media platforms. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook at adamslinkmedia. Make sure you subscribe and click the bell notification to get updates anytime, any day I upload. And if you listen closely to my introduction, you will notice I refuse to mention the Twitter. That's because obviously Twitter banned, and maybe the federal government might decide to be arresting people who even mention the name tweet, talking of Twitter. So I'm trying as much as possible to get used to it. But I have two major topics that I want to discuss in this video. That is Pastor TB Joshua and also this Twitter issue. And I already published a video this morning, 8 June. This morning I published a video about Pastor TB Joshua, and I titled the video "Why Other Pastor Hate TB Joshua." And I got a lot of response from you guys hearing your own view concerning the issues. And honestly, let us be frank and sincere. We know we have seen other pastors sharing their own condolences messages to TB Joshua's family, but let us be frank. But if you really check the handles, Twitter, Instagram, or social media handles of those really well recognized pastors in Nigeria, for example, Adeboye, Oyedepo, Pastor Suleiman, the Dunamis pastor, and so many other pastors out there, even Deeper Life pastor, they have refused to acknowledge TB Joshua's death. Let us be sincere, let us be frank. Maybe, I do not know why, but if you really check their history, you will know that they have always seen TB Joshua as a spiritual man. What I mean by a spiritual man, a man who uses voodoo magic to do miracles. That is how I read about it. But also guys, we are here to learn, to share ideas. Can you kindly tell me why you think the reason behind Nigeria well-known pastor refused to acknowledge Pastor TB Joshua's death? Please, let us share idea. And meanwhile, this one is coming from Daddy Freeze. He said, "Dear Nigerian top GOs, it won't be a bad idea if you offered a condolence message to TB Joshua congregation and to his family. I come in peace. Let's live in love. Even if we disagree, let's agree in love." That's coming from Daddy Freezy. And if our own president, Muhammadu Buhari, comes out, if he can come out to acknowledge TB Joshua's death, then I think all those pastors out there should at least acknowledge his death, except there's something underneath that we do not know about, or our physical eyes don't see. Maybe there are spiritual eyes, of course, seeing it. According to the press, Muhammadu Buhari mourns Pastor TB Joshua's death. President Muhammadu Buhari has commiserated with the family of the member of Synagogue Church of All Nations on the passing of their father and founder, Pastor Temitope Balogun, popularly known as TB Joshua. The president, a statement issued by his special advisor on media and publicity, Chief Femi Adesina, in Abuja, noted that the renowned televangelist will be missed by his followers all over the world, not only for his spiritual contribution, but for touching many lives. Well, guys, that is President Muhammadu Buhari mourning the passing of TB Joshua. Yet it still baffles me why other pastors has refused to acknowledge his death. And if you let me read some comment from some few Nigerians. Someone said, social media came and spoiled everything. Unless those GOs post it on social media, then it didn't happen. Maybe they actually called his wife and children on phone, and that's more sincere. That's a person saying that, okay, maybe those pastors called TB Joshua's wife directly on phone to issue their condolences. Well, another one said, the Christian community really disappoint me on their behavior towards the death of TB Joshua. The fact that Christian Association of Nigeria CAN hasn't said a word is more disheartening. Also, Lai Mohammed, the Minister of Information, assured Nigerians that, see, all those pastors still using Twitter, prominent men such as Adeboye and Oyedepo, will surely be charged to court. That the Minister of Justice, Malami, has assured him, Lai Mohammed, that they will definitely be charged to court. And meanwhile, Pastor Oyedepo and Pastor Williams recently sent out a tweet on the reason why they are still using Twitter and defying the laws of the land, the laws the federal government banned on Twitter. Pastor Adeboye said, the Redeemed Christian Church of God is domiciled in more than 170 nations and territories. The tweet here are in accordance to Article 19 of the UN Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Then Pastor Williams said, in view of the Twitter ban in Nigeria, please note that the content shared on this handle is targeted at a global audience in more than 5 continents and over 100 nations, and we share the content from any of these locations. That's exactly what I'm saying. I asked this question yesterday, and it seems like many of you just ignored the question. And I said, if I decide to give my Twitter account to a friend based in US to be helping me to tweet about my business or whatever I wanted to tweet for me, does that mean I am still disobeying the laws of Nigerians on Twitter ban? Kindly leave a comment below, guys. I want to know. And meanwhile, it seems like yesterday the federal government wanted Twitter to apologize. They said FG gives condition to lift suspension on Twitter operation. So the federal government has given the condition to lift its indefinite suspension of Twitter operation in Nigeria. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Godfrey, disclosed this during a meeting with foreign envoy in Abuja, June 7. According to him, the microblogging site will be restored in Nigeria only if the platform can be used responsibly. Only if the platform can be used responsibly. He said the condition would be responsible use of the social media, and that really has to be it. We are not saying that Twitter is threatening the country or any such thing. Why we have taken this measure is to stop them to be used as platform for destabilization and facilitation of criminality or encouragement of criminalities. That's what he said. But after Ompuli said this, he also issued out another memo. He said, no, people misquoted him, that he never said that Twitter needed to apologize or gave condition to Twitter on how they can be restored in Nigeria. According to a memo released through Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Abuja, he said clarification of comment by the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs at the meeting with Envoy. Say the attention of the Minister of Foreign Affairs has been drawn to misleading report by several media outlets published today, Monday, 7 June 2021, in which the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, Godfrey, was misquoted as giving conditions for lifting the Twitter suspension. So there's no condition for lifting Twitter suspension according to them. So let us still be looking though. Let us still be looking. And meanwhile, check how this Yoruba actor Yemi Solade, well, he said something recently that got a lot of people really mad. Well, let's just listen to him, guys.
I think Twitter went too far, insulting the president of Nigeria, and by extension, insulting all of us. Some 200 million people of Nigeria, the most populous black nation on earth. You know, I think about 45% of subscribers, more or less, Nigerians, make Twitter very thick, you know. And this is not the first time Twitter will try to humiliate Nigerians. It happened to Pastor Chris Oyakilome years back. And so I think the white supremacist imperialist tendency should be curbed sometimes. As much as I'm of the opinion that everybody has right to expression, to thought, but then when a platform is used to want to foment trouble, to want to project, anarchy, there should be rules regulating such practices. But in this case, well, a lot happens on Twitter. I'm not really a Twitter fan. I do little of Twitter, but then most times one came across some very, volatile moments. You know the situation in this country. I would want to align with that school of thought that Twitter wasn't really helping. Nigeria has so many problems to contend with, and Twitter wasn't really helping the country. Most of the posts were far too negative, especially hitting the government of Nigeria. For the individual business person, they will miss a lot of person.
Oh, wow. Honestly, if I decide to pour my heart towards this man, I might offend someone. Well, can leave your comment below. I think that man just subscribed to a lot of internet dragging. So you guys can go to his Instagram account and tell him a little piece of your mind. And meanwhile, this one is coming from Asha Buhari's SA. He said, "Dear Mr. Weiler, before you relocate to Ghana because of Twitter suspension, I wish to humbly and respectfully remind you that a liter of petrol is 393 naira, bottle of coke is 300 naira, and a bag of rice is 48,000 naira in Ghana. Best regard." Let me tell you, let me just be honest with you. I don't think Nigeria really care about the prices of things, because obviously the prices of things are going up almost every day on daily basis. I think what we actually care about is security, freedom of expression, freedom of free will, and freedom to do whatever you want to do, as long as it's not affecting or defying another person's freedom. And honestly, even if coke is 1,000 naira, bag of rice is 100,000 naira, and I am guaranteed safety. And I am guaranteed safety in a way that I do not need to pay a dime for safety. I do not need to sleep with my one eye closed. I want to sleep with my two eyes closed. I am rest assured. Nobody will steal from me when I'm sleeping. Nobody will harm me when I'm sleeping. I am willing to pay 2,000 naira for a bottle of Coke. Why do you think most Nigerians are going outside? Do you think it's because of food, because of greener pasture? People just want to know the meaning of what it looks like to live in a very comfortable environment. That is why most Nigerians travel abroad. They want to know they want to experience that life, that comfort that that comfort that you will know in your heart that if you walk, you will eat. If you walk, you're going to eat, and security is guaranteed. So, what is saying? I don't see any reasoning in it. And also, the NBC has ordered all broadcasting stations to suspend the use of Twitter. Suspend the use of Twitter or risk being prosecuted by the federal government. That means radio station, TV station shouldn't even, in fact, they are to deactivate their Twitter account as long as you're in Nigeria. You are in Nigeria doing your business, you should deactivate your Twitter account. So, meanwhile, guys, Lagos State Governor Sanwo-Olu said it would have been easier if Twitter had an office in Nigeria. The Lagos State Governor Sanwo-Olu said if Twitter had an office in Nigeria, resolving the current Twitter ban initiated by the Buhari regime would have been easier. The government made the suggestion in an interview with Arise TV on Monday. Sanwo-Olu noted that it cannot categorically say if the federal government action against Twitter is wrong or right because it does not have the same prognosis as the president. Well, it's politically answering that question, and let's see though. Well, the way I'm saying it, the federal government is so determined to crop this Twitter. They want to really deal with them. Well, let's just see. Well, to end this video, let's talk about how TB Joshua passed away. So it was necessary for TB Joshua's wife to narrate the exact incident, how TB Joshua passed away, because there were so numerous stories going around saying he was sick, he was rushed to the hospital, but she recently came out to really narrate everything that happened. According to a source who revealed the information to Daily Post, Evelyn shared the incident leading up to her husband's death during a meeting with some foreign visitors. She stated that Pastor TB Joshua didn't show any sign of illness and spent about 3 hours praying on the mountain before the last service he ministered in. She said he ended the race prayerfully. She revealed that he spent about 3 hours in prayers before the last service on the mountain and was looking very healthy. She said he never showed any sign of illness or worry, and that his main concern was about the prayer line they offered to Indians against the C-19 pandemic. Afterward, he came up to shower and was left alone to have some time to prepare for the service as worship had stated. Few minutes later, he stepped out for ministration. While ministering, he spoke about a time to come and time to leave. According to her, his statements were spiritual, and suddenly he left the stage and went to his inner chambers. She waited a few minutes and thereafter decided to check on him, and she met him sitting on the chair like someone reflecting but unconscious. she quickly beckoned on his disciples, who came and tried to revive him, to no avail. Of a truth, he went home to be with the Lord and left us with a message: watch and pray. Well, guys, may soul continue to rest in peace.